2025, creative is the targeting. You no longer need a huge budget, a studio, or a team to launch ads on Meta. You just need to understand how the Meta algorithm works and decides which ad gets to be seen and by who. In this video, I'll break down the exact process my team and I use to create high converting Meta ads step by step. Best thing is, even if you're a total beginner, you would be able to follow these steps. You'll learn how to build a creative strategy, how to write ads that actually convert, and how to create ads that will stop the scroll. Hey everyone, if you don't know me yet, my name is Chloe Sarkis. I'm the founder of Boost Ecom Ads, a creative agency where we help D2C e-commerce brands scale through Meta creatives. And we've helped tons of clients scale up with their winning ads. So what I'm about to share with you is exactly the process we use with 8-figure brands. Let me guess, you've spent hours on Canva trying to make your ad look professional. Perfect tone, perfect colors, perfect font, and then you launch it and then it flops. Here's the thing, Meta doesn't reward pretty ads, it rewards performance. Some of the ugliest ads I've ever seen have pulled 7 figures in sales. And the ones that are way too refined, that almost look like Vogue magazines, totally flop. So that's the good news. You don't need to overcomplicate it. You just need to understand what will work. Let's start with why creatives matter more than ever before. With the new algorithm Meta Andromeda, creative diversification is key. So what Meta does, the algorithm, is it picks up on your creative signals and it looks at your creative to do the targeting for you. So when people ask, do I need a fancy camera? Do I need some fancy software to create the ads? The answer is absolutely not. You need clarity, a clear message, a stop scrolling hook, and a reason for someone to care. The craziest part is lo-fi ads, the ones that are shot with the camera, that are quite messy with some mistakes in them, outperform every single time the ones that are produced in a studio that are super refined. The reason why is because customers now on Meta really value authenticity, and these ads go crazy because they feel authentic. So if you're a beginner, that's actually good news because you don't need to be perfect. Before you hit record or go to Canva, make sure you look at your creative strategy and see what's missing. I want you to ask yourself, number 1, do I have enough variety? Enough videos, enough photos, enough UGC? Number 2, am I testing different formats? By formats, I mean before and after photos, us versus them, problem solution, and the list goes on. Number 3, am I testing different angles? And by angles, it means how you are positioning your product. So for example, let's say you have a skincare cream. So with the skincare cream, there's many ways of positioning it because it does several things. So number 1, let's say it fights acne. So you can position it as that. That's your primary angle. And then you're not doing any targeting. Again, Meta Andromeda will do the targeting for you thanks to the creative. However, this other creative is in a different angle. So instead of acne, this time you're talking about wrinkles, or you're talking about soft skin, or you're talking about how simple it is. These are different ways of targeting, and Meta will pick those up and show it to the right people. So it's super important now more than ever to actually look into your angles and make sure they're diverse enough. And yes, with this algorithm, the more diverse your ads are, the better it will work. So more formats, more angles, more diversification, the more performance. And last but not least, are you using your customers' words? Are you using their real pain points? Are you using their language? That's super important for an ad to actually convert. So step number 1, and trust me, you do not want to miss this step because that's actually how you will create winners. What you need to do is you need to do an in-depth research. You need to understand your target audience like the back of your hand. You need to know their exact pain points, not the ones that ChatGPT told you or the ones that you think they're struggling with. You have to look into the comments. You have to look into Reddit. Look at what people are actually telling you right now about the product, what they like the most and what they like the least, and listen to it. When you talk like your customer, this is when your ads will start to convert. So once you have a strategy, it's time to make the script. Every good ad, whether it's video or static, follows the same fundamentals. It needs to have a good stop scroller, so a good hook. It can showcase the problem, the solution. It can showcase social proof, very important. And last but not least, a call to action with your offer. So for videos, start with a hook that stops the scroll, a bold question, a relatable pain, or even a sound effect that will just, make people stop and be like, what was that? If you want a video of hooks that convert like crazy, watch the video in the link description. After the hook, you need to show the problem. What is it truly that people are struggling with? The more you emphasize on the problem and the pain points, the better that works. So go really in depth in terms of what is, the psychological triggers and pain points that you want to target. And then, you get them into that like really pain state. And guess what? Right after that, you will show your product as a solution. If you show proof it works, you show social proof, it will go like crazy. And then finish off the ad with a clear call to action. And a good call to action usually has two things: urgency and scarcity. So urgency, why should they act today and not tomorrow? And scarcity, are you low on stock? Is this going to be sold out or has been sold out in the past? If it has, then make sure you mention that, because then people are more likely to go forward. Now let's get practical. First, let's look into some static ads. The easiest to make, but still highly effective. As I said, don't overcomplicate your life. Simple works best always. The first format is what I call the benefit call out. Here's the formula: a strong headline that promises the result, 3 short bullet points that shows the benefit, and 1 clean product image that shows what you're selling. Example: struggling with body acne, clear headline, going straight into the pain point. And then checkpoints about your product on how that will solve this problem. And then of course, as I said, a photo of your product. Simple, obvious, but works. And here's the psychology behind it. Clarity beats creativity. Because people are so fast on social media, they do not want to decode your ad. They instantly want to understand what this is about. And most importantly so, they want to instantly see themselves in it. Otherwise, they won't give you the time of day. So another example we can see over here is skin feeling sensitive. You can see a clear call to action: replace, with our product, the photo of the product, and some benefits. Obviously, the photo is still quite authentic, organic, and it catches attention. Now, the second static concept you absolutely need to test is an us versus them. This one is a classic, but still works like crazy. All you do is set side by side your product versus, let's say, competitors or what's in the market already. Let's put your product on the left side, because people like to read an ad from left to right. And so they are more likely to be rooting for you because that's what they started with. And so on the left side, you're going to say why your product is beating the market right now. And on the right, it's basically them. Old frustrations, old pain points, and, based on your research, what people are struggling already, looking for this exact product from your competitors. And you don't need to name a competitor. I know some of you are a bit effy about this format, and that's absolutely fine. You don't need to bash a different competitor and get into law issues or any of that. It could literally be just the word others, and you show this product as if you're talking about the market in general. You can really play with an us versus them format. There's so many different ways of portraying that. It can be a classic one, it can be new me versus old me. So it can really play with the habits of the user, and it really plays why you should be the clear decisions, and there's no questions about that. All right, let's talk about videos. Obviously, we talked about how to structure a winning ad. However, there are some ads that are outperforming right now in the market. One of them is the founder's video. This is basically just you, the founder, talking to the camera and saying what your mission is behind this product. So no script, no pressure, just full on honesty. And again, lo-fi, doesn't have to be overcomplicated. So it can be something a little bit like this. Hey, I am name, insert the name, founder of, and you put the brand name. I created this because, and then you put the personal problem. I realized, and then you put the turning point. So we built, you put in the solution. It's benefit 1, benefit 2, and unique proof, right? Over, you put the number of customers. So over 100,000 customers love it. And it's backed by, you put the guarantee. If you have a guarantee, risk-free, you would put that in. If pain, you put the pain point, is your daily battle. Tap shop now and try it today. So obviously this is a simple structure that we have sent our clients to do some founders videos, but this works like crazy because it's simple, but most importantly, it's so authentic. People want to relate to your brand, and if they understand the mission behind your brand and why you started this brand in the first place, people are really gonna feel it and actually trust you. And again, you don't need a $300 mic or like crazy lightning. It can be just you speaking to your phone. If you can explain your product to your friend, you can definitely make this ad. Now, my second go-to is the one-shot ugly video. This is your raw, unpolished 20 to 30 seconds video clip. Filmed handheld in a selfie mode, just you and the camera. Now, the key behind this is you make sure you follow very good storytelling. You need to be a good storyteller for this to work. We literally have had clients scale to millions with an ad of just a girl speaking to the camera without crazy editing and just saying her story as is. Again, the more authentic, the more it will work. If people feel like someone's reading off a script or it's not coming from, the heart or something that people really struggle with, it's not gonna work. The reason why this works is because it feels like a friend recommendation. It doesn't feel like an ad. Kind of like organically when you are scrolling on TikTok and you see these people like speaking to the camera with their experience, something around that kind of energy and tone will work like crazy. You can try something like, okay, I've tried a million moisturizers out there and this is the only one that has worked so far. Listen to me, girls, I know the pain, and then go deep into that. So this hook really works because obviously what you are saying is, I've tried so many countless solutions, and if you're feeling hopeless, I got you because I was hopeless before this. One take, one idea, real emotion, that's it. So with these formats, if you want to push your performance even further, layer in simple psychological triggers ethically. Showing social proof, very big on that. Show star ratings, client reviews, any testimonials, that will help a lot. Also use authority if you have that. If any experts have recommended you in the past, or why should people trust you over others? And don't forget price anchoring. Break big prices down to something like just $1 a day. Now, urgency and scarcity work, as I said, just don't be fake. That will hurt your brand long term. Don't put fake countdowns unless they're real. Right now, we're almost Black Friday, coming soon. So obviously you can do a special offer that is around Black Friday. You can put a countdown. That will help a lot. But if you keep on doing fake promises and people come back to your brand, then they're just not gonna trust these, fake urgency tactics anymore. So here's the bottom line. As we saw in this video, you do not need a crazy amount of budget or this overly complicated strategy to make some winners. You need a plan, a phone, and basically the gut to test ideas very fast. If you want me to personally look at your niche and give you a free mock-up of what's working right now in the market, feel free to book a call with me and my team, and we will look into all of that for you. That's literally what we do every single day at Boost Ecom Ads, helping e-commerce owners get their creative machine based on real insights and research and strategies that will help you convert. As always, thank you guys for watching. Go ahead, subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos like this, and I will catch you all next week.